What's up, beautiful friends? Welcome to I Am Woke. I am your host, Emelina Calder. In this video, I'm gonna channel transmission to help you shift into 5D consciousness. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Emelina. I'm a cosmic modern shaman, a high performance life and personal branding coach. I read the Akashic Records. I'm also a conscious channel, a psychic medium, a spiritual channel. And on my channel, you could expect updates channeled from the Akashic Records on the new moons and full moons, as well as monthly updates and personal and spiritual development tips to help you step into your 5D consciousness, become your next level best version of yourself, and completely change your life into something that you love, that's so vibrant. That sounds like you. Go ahead and tap that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. And on another note, I have a beautiful sacred meditation. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below for you guys. It's free. It's for the sacred rainbow flame of creation that I channeled through the Akashic Records and the sacred royal dragon families, that helps establish your own source connection, connect you to your power, your authentic source of power from the original source of power. And that honestly is life-changing. So enjoy that too. Now let's jump right in. So I am already in the Akashic Records, the etheric database to the soul. If you're new to the Akashic Records, I will tag either a playlist or a video up here for you so you can learn how to access your own Akashic Records. And I'm just gonna do a channel for whatever the guardians of the Akashic Records have to say, specifically tapped into the collective of those who would be watching this video. This is a timeless video. It is meant to be timeless. Whenever you're watching this, this message will reach you at the perfect time and space. They also send through light codes and transmissions that you'll receive via your own Akashic Records and your own connection to source consciousness. Without further ado, let's jump right in. My name is Emelina Calder Spinelli. You are now receiving a sacred transmission from a level of a higher dimensional, multi-dimensional, universal, light language, being, soul avatar version of myself that has been streamed down through the action of lifting my personal vibration to the vibration of the avatar self, in charge of many multidimensional realities across the realms of creation of the 9 realms, that has come to you now for a message of sacred service, sweet ones. I am that which I am. This is the sacred dimensional coding of light. You may access your own sacred dimensional coding of light by saying, I am that which I am. You have been created in harmony and divinity. You are perfect as a whole. There is a matrix of creation that created you beyond worlds and worlds and worlds. You have the capability of creating worlds and worlds and worlds, even as the smaller aspect of the consciousness of the human self. The thing is, dear ones, that you see yourselves as ants in your awakening in your consciousness. But the thing is that the multiverse knew that when Earth was created and that when humanity was cultivated, that they would soon grow into multidimensional beings that were capable of accessing the higher realms of light consciousness, of light travel, of interdimensional star travel. And that it was just a matter of time, sweet ones, before humanity grew up into their own ability to carry through evolution the sacred codes of creation and understanding just how powerful each human is. The beauty of coming down to earth and incarnating as a human is to see yourself from the perspective or vantage point of being small, of being meek, of being, as you say, just human, of learning to err as a human, of having the volatile emotions, the dynamic range of emotion as a human, which is, we shall say for you to understand, not as common across the multiverse, sweet ones. When you move into the higher realms, there is much less ebb and flow of drastic circumstance of emotion. The roller coasters are more level. It's not quite as exciting. And it's not to say that we don't have our own excitement, because for sure we do, but it's a very different experience. What's beautiful about the human experience is the roller coaster that so many of you don't enjoy per se, but that is the joy. The joy is the ascension and the descension, the choices in the process between the ascension and the descension. And as you become in acceptance, we'll say, of the full process of your own personal ascension and your personal descension, as you level it out within yourself and allow yourself to observe your own experience as almost like an innocent bystander, you evolve into the higher aspects of yourself where you are able to merge more of your multidimensional consciousness in your human current incarnation. And by doing so, we will say this in a really interesting way, you will obliterate your past. You will blow it to smithereens. Those fire trucks in the background are a confirmation. It is lighting fire to any of the karmic circumstances that have graced your life across many, what you'll refer to as past lives or past selves. And for those of you that don't know, they tend to be rather traumatic. Not all of them, but many of them, for you are all working through the many different varieties of consciousness and what it is to be conscious, which is to experience all there is to experience, and from all of those experiences to then decide from this soul self who you would like to be as you are learning from each experience. Sweet ones, the message at this time for you that needs to reach you the most is to center your awakening into the center of your heart. Your heart is the matrix of reality that goes through time and space. Time and space is suspended through the heart. The heart knows what it wants based on the quantum matrix of reality that has already been pre-calculated as to what specific reality or timeline is going to be the most suitable for you and your own personal fulfillment. The issue that comes through humanity so often, and it is not an issue, it is just that we know that the act of moving through humanity in this way causes much strife and turbulence in each and every one of you, is that you bypass your heart and move into the mind consciousness, which although is a helpful servant, it is the servant of the heart. The mind serves the heart, not the other way around. As you allow your heart to lead you through the dark, to lead you through the circumstances, as you prioritize your own heart's desires over the desires of the collective, over the desires of the human reptile components of the brain that you have learned to override your heart with the reptilian aspects of the archaic mind. As you choose to follow your heart instead, you are opening up and awakening new portals in every moment to create new realities that are realities that you prefer. It is how, sweet ones, we would say you open your God consciousness state, where people will be rather enthralled with and surprised with your ability to create, as if you are molding reality to you in every moment within your own consciousness. Because you are leading from your heart space, and your heart is connected to your multidimensional self, your multidimensional realities, and is streaming through your cosmic ascension. The ascension not just of your soul as a human, but the ascension of your soul as a multidimensional being. Encoding more aspects of light, leading you to create a greater footprint, shall we say, on Earth during your lifetime. And that footprint will be here for eons to come, sweet ones. You've been taught that your work doesn't matter that much, that your footprint is small, and your footprint can be small, but it certainly doesn't have to be. And at this time, you're being encouraged to live from your heart space, to jump through all the portals that will not be difficult. They are just choices to prioritize your heart's desires over the other desires around you. Now, we won't kid you through the process. In the process of choosing your own heart's desires, if you're not accustomed to taking that process, there will be hoops that you'll have to jump through and challenges through your waking life in order to concrete that ascension practice in your reality, because it can take a moment to sync up, even several years, to sync up what it is to live a heart-filled experience versus a mind-filled experience. What it is to live from the heart versus to live from family or cultural values or those of dear friends. Many people will not agree with you through this process, for it is not their process. The heart is unique to you. It is not tapping into what is worthy through the collective. So in the process, there is, and you'll have to be okay with, a level of becoming a hermit for a certain period of time, whether it's months, whether you feel like it's years. Many of you are already actually moving through this process, but there will be an emergence. There is a level of isolation that is just being described to you because we don't want to sugarcoat what the process is. But through the isolation, you become very secure in yourself, secure in your own understanding of your personal code, your personal light channel, your personal channel of awareness from the soul self. And in truth, there is only one version of you. You are so unique, sweet ones. There are many aspects to the soul that split off into parallel and past realities. There are many different hierarchies within the soul self, and each of those realities, though they are related to you, you can see them as brothers or sisters or first cousins even, perhaps. They are not you, for you have chosen a specific experience as you with your current namesake here on this planet now, and you are truly unique. And the more that you tap into the channel of what it is to be you, the more you'll realize that your footprint can leave an impression and a legacy on this planet for eons to come, as you become a beacon and light of hope and authenticity for whatever values and virtues live in your own heart, as you learn to trust your own path. And your own path cannot be guided nor illuminated by anyone else but you. And that is why it can feel so isolating to walk this spiritual path, because you're not relying on anyone else in order to tell you what to do, or for you to know what to do or who to become, because to do so would be to redistribute your power out again to someone else. When in reality, you are really looking to fully embrace and understand your own personal channel. And to do so is to understand that only you know your way. And even perhaps you may not know your way in your mind, but your heart knows your way and will lead you through the dark. Trust your heart, trust its yearnings, its desires, and learn to elevate the heart in heart mastery. There are many of you that have learned to not trust your hearts because your hearts are rather immature, not in a negative sense per se, but immature in the way that you have not taken the time to develop a heart. And if you have not taken the time to teach a child how to walk, how to play, how to share, how to be in society, they would not have those skills. For if you have neglected your heart for a long time, you will have an immature heart. And the reason why you haven't trusted your heart is because you go to your immature heart and trust the immaturity, but it doesn't know what it's doing yet. But the only way that it's going to learn is through doing. And you're going to need to trust the process of developing through maturity, through allowing mistakes, through allowing yourself to trust your heart, refine your heart, give your heart what it needs through personal experience on the journey that it is to be you, on the moment to moment and day by day, month by month and year by year process of becoming yourself, and to trust that process as a period of development. We would call the spiritual development is actually the development of the heart in union with the self, in union with everything around it. And trust that the heart will need to be developed. It will need to become mature in the process. And that process of maturity is, we'll say it like this, you don't want to rush that process. You wouldn't look at a 2-year-old and demand that it become a 15-year-old or an 18-year-old overnight. That's not the process. The process of the heart is very similar. It needs to move through a period of ascension and development, one that you openly trust and that you are willing to walk every step of the way, allowing yourself to become more developed and more mature every day. Again, not mature from the mind, mature from the heart. The heart will develop that maturity from a place of love, compassion, self-respect, compassion for others, kindness, and any other virtues that live within your caverns of your heart, which is going to be different from anyone else you encounter. Those people that you encounter that are the most authentic, the most radiant, are those that are living and projecting from their heart space. They are moving through the matrix of reality through their heart, not through their mind. And although they might look like mental creatures, the mind is the servant to the heart, and they are all likely very highly intelligent humans. But they are in service to their heart first. No matter how intelligent they are, those individuals that you are the most inspired by, their level of authenticity, true, real authenticity, not a projected mask or societally accepted value or persona that was built in order to be a mask for society specifically, which is much of what has invented these celebrities on your planet, as well as any prominent public figures. But I'm speaking specifically to those of you that are inspired to those people that have true, radical, radiant authenticity that is magnetic, that inspires everyone around them. It's hard not to be inspired by them, are living from their heart space. And then obviously they do fine tune and adjust and mature their minds to be able to follow suit. Their mind is as sharp as a sword and can cut through any illusion, but their hearts are leading, and the mind is the servant to the heart. There's a cloud of confusion surrounding many of you around what it is to be you, what it is to be purely authentic in who you are. And you think authenticity is tied specifically to emotional vulnerability, which it can be for certain. That is an aspect, but it is just one aspect of authenticity. Authenticity is deciding to radiate the pure frequency of who you are in every moment, no matter what the consequences are, and to trust that that authenticity, stemming from a place of personal self-value and not self-sacrifice, is what will change the realities and circumstances in a way that will meet you from the place of humility and servitude to the divine, from the place of understanding that the heart is in service. And the more you allow yourself, your heart to mature, as it matures, it becomes the difference between, we'll say, a cadet and an admiral. It's the difference between low levels of leadership and high levels of leadership and personal self-authority, where you are in charge of and responsible for legions of humans, legions of light workers. This is a beautiful time on the planet right now as you're all shifting and changing. It's very moldable reality right now, which is why you've all incarnated at this time, just to be part of the experience, to walk the walk at this specific time in humanity. We'd like to give you another aspect to bridge your mind and your heart and your consciousness with your higher avatar selves. Should you decide to sit in meditation, we would recommend 20 to 30 minutes, where you quietly focus on your breath, bring your consciousness into your heart, and feel every cell in your body. Feel the vibration of every cell in your current physical being. And then move your attention from the physicality of the cells to the energy surrounding your body. And when it feels right, and you'll know the moment, call in a divine connection to your avatar self, the highest aspects of your soul self, and consciously breathe in union with the channel of cosmic light that will come to you. Breathing in the sacred codes of your highest aspects of your soul, allowing them to merge with your physical form, with your energetic form, as a personal upgrade, a DNA upgrade. For those of you curious, this is how you upgrade and activate your 12th strand DNA. It is activated through communication with the highest avatar soul self. Just breathing in these light codes, taking the time, setting the time aside to be with the highest aspects of your soul, will enliven and awaken your personal 12th strand DNA. And then when you feel complete at the 20-minute mark, be in sacred reverence and deep gratitude for the experience. For to keep the amount of energy and light code, you need to be able to raise your own frequency and vibration to receive it. And to do so comes from the place of sacred reverence. It comes from the place of acceptance, and it comes from the place of gratitude. So long as you hold those virtues in your heart, you will be able to make the shift in consciousness to step into the higher awakened aspects of yourself. merging more of your cosmic DNA with your human DNA, the benefits of which are insurmountable. You'll feel like you can mold reality in front of your hands. There is still a time lag with your 3D experience, of course, but you'll start to realize the things you think will show up almost borderline immediately. The people around you will interchange and you'll have beautiful, flourishing relationships. What you need will find its way to you even without you asking. And that is the beauty of awakening these highest aspects of the self, merging your cosmic DNA with your human DNA and creating a practice where you are able to maintain that cosmic DNA in your current human consciousness. At this time, Emelina is going to close this channel. This is being encoded with divine light. May Source watch over this connection between each and every one of you. May this frequency be embedded with Source consciousness, totally and completely, for the safety of all involved. Thank you for watching. We are just as grateful for you as you are for engaging in this channel. For the participation and cooperation of all involved is what creates the magnificence that is the expansion of all life. We appreciate your cooperation, your participation. Your participation is literally right here, right now, as you watch and perceive and observe and receive this channel transmission. Enjoy yourself. There's one thing you need to know moving forward, and that is to flow. The heart speaks through flow. This cosmic consciousness has been encoded, downloaded, is protected by all of Source consciousness, by the time guardians, and by the Divine Mother of the multiverse, as well as the highest encoding records of the Akashic Records. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. If you love this video, please go ahead and tap that like button below. I'd love to hear in the comments what resonated with you. Remember to subscribe, tap that bell for notifications. If you like my energy and feel inspired to work with me, I'll leave some links in the description below. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.